Good evening. A man has been arrested after two police officers were stabbed in Princetown on Dartmoor. It happened in the early hours of this morning on Burrator Avenue. Sam Blackledge was there for us earlier and sent this report.
This all started late last night. It was just before midnight that two officers were called to the street behind me. They were initially responding to reports of an assault. A few hours later, they both suffered several stab and laceration wounds. They were both taken to hospital, one officer with injuries to his arm, he's since been discharged, and the other with injuries to his face. He's currently still in hospital, waiting to have surgery. Here's the latest from Assistant Chief Constable Steve Parker.
Both officers have gone to hospital. They both sustained knife wounds. Both of them are not in a life-threatening condition, but they got serious injuries. In this incident, I really commend the actions of the officers in the way they dealt with the incident, with real professionalism, and their courage is something that we should all be admired.
Well, thankfully, the officers involved in this incident are recovering and their injuries are not thought to be life-threatening. But the Police Federation, which represents officers, says this is just another example of the dangers the emergency services face when they're out on the road every day. Here's their chairman, Andy Berry.
We're a force which is spread across, best part 4,000 square miles. And there are at times very few officers. So, they'll go into situations and it's often using phrases, isn't it? They will run to danger when others run away. And they do that on a daily basis. You're entering a home, somebody's home, where perhaps there's been a report of violent behaviour, domestic assault. They don't know what's going to face them.
Well, a 60-year-old local man has been arrested on suspicion of attempted murder. He remains in custody this evening. Forensic officers have been here throughout the day gathering evidence. As you can see, the cordon is still in place and there is expected to be a higher than usual police presence in the area while the investigation continues. Sam Blackledge, ITV News in Princetown.